Hello folks, this is Advanced Song of Blades and Heroes, Covenant of Ashen, the humans, versus the Covenant of the Crescent Moon, the Goblin and his Beastmen. So that was deployment we showed you earlier, and this is the table setup. It is a wintry setup this time, and there are weather effects. The table is considered to be rough ground because of the snow. This is the initiative roll. Ashen takes it. So all models are supposed to be moving at short stick length, and we made a mistake here with the Ranger. But we fixed it and ended up adjusting her position. Okay, and this was an activation roll. And this is the Archer's activation. He has a quality of 3, so he passes with flying colors. And he moves his 2 short lengths towards an archway there. And he takes position under that archway. And in this way he has line of sight to that Hell Rat all the way down. And the Beastmen as well. The Knight has the next turn. He gets 1 dice for activation. He passes. And he moves into the ruins. And the ruins are rough ground, but it doesn't matter because the entire board is rough ground. So everybody's moving at short stick length. And there is the Knight in the ruins. And then the Paladin activates, and looks like she failed her activation. Yep, she does fail her activation. And Zavak immediately takes reaction. He is known for this. He does roll a 6, so he uses that reaction to move a short distance. And there he is, growling and snarling, and he's eyeing that archer. So the Paladin is given a marker just to show that she activated already. And now the Wizard takes the activation, and it looks like a failure as well. And so the Archer is given the activation, and he checks range against the human Archer. And the range is good, so the Archer takes the shot. And he... Okay, so the Archer actually wins the combat, even though the Gnoll took the reaction. The Archer wins the combat, and the Gnoll gets hit and also has a broken string. Now we forgot that because the Archer tripled the attack roll, the Gnoll would have been a gruesome kill. But oh well, we live and learn. No Archer is knocked down with a broken string, and we have an angry Gnoll. So now turn had passed to Covenant of Crescent Moon, and now the Hell Rat takes a turn and stops right here. So somewhere along the lines the turns did shift. And this is Zavak's activation. He passed with flying color, gets 2 moves, and he begins to actually move around the ruin, and he really wants to get at the human Archer. So Zavak sneaks around. And there is ASOBH planning to come in behind the human archer. This is the Goblin's activation, and he fails one roll. So one roll goes to the Goblin, but the other roll, the failure, goes to the other side as a reaction, and the Paladin takes it. So the Paladin doesn't waste any time. She takes the reaction and moves. And she does a short move, positions herself right next to the Ranger. Now the Goblin moves. And he moves towards the archway where the archer is. This is a Beastman activation. Beastman passes both rolls, so he moves 2 short sticks towards the battle. That was actually a close one. And there is the Beastman moving towards the fight to position himself for a fight. Kulvius, the next Beastman, he's the blonde one, he actually moves also and positions himself next to Beastman number 1. And there you can see both Beastmen, Rubius and Kulvius. And here is the board. Now the turn goes to Ashen. And the wizard is given the first move. Passes both. His quality is a 3. So he gets to move twice, and instead of going towards ASOBH, he decides to go away from him. Moves 1 action and then 2 actions to get close to that ladder. Now, there is an objective on that ladder. Actually on top, on the castle there. Alright, so this is the Ranger's activation. And she moves. And she failed 1 reaction, so I give that reaction to Ogren, my Beastman. The Paladin makes an activation roll. She failed 1 roll, so the Beastman Rubius actually moves in base-to-base contact with her, and the combat begins. And there is the board, folks. This is the end of part 1